Hang on a second. Good morning. Helps if you turn your camera on, take the lens cap off. There we go. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, everybody, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. Happy Thursday. Hi, kitty cat. You here to hang out? Happy Thursday. Welcome back to a brand new, fresh, super exciting, sparkly Hazel stream. Hi. How you guys doing? That's a ladle. On the intro transmog. I love that transmog. It's from the soup. And I've used it more times than I thought that I would. New Year's soon. New Year's soon. This is true. This is true. Miss Kira. Hi, Hazel. Hello. I was just petting the kitty cat and crafting some files that are not profitable anymore, but I bought the stuff ages ago. I might honestly sit on them until next week at this point. And I was reading the Resto Druid guide a little more because I thought I might do a little Barnacles this morning. If I don't do the raid this week, then that'll be the beginning of the not raiding anymore, and I haven't figured him out yet. So let's see where he's at in his life. Look nice today, Hazel. Why, thank you. Back on the barn. Morning, Hazel. Good evening. First stream since Christmas. Hope you had a good one. Thank you very much. Can't complain, can't complain. Oh, not the sweater. You don't like his sweater? I mean, I do miss his other mods, but I feel like they've got to keep their holiday mod on until approximately New Year's. I guess they don't have to. Christmas is over. I could try to come up with a New Year's transmog. Kind of iconic, giving Papa Winter vibes. Yeah, you can wear it for one more week. So I am item level... Hang on, let's get back into Resto for a start. Hi, Elf. Hi, Feral Kitten. I buy my mats for alchemy. I have herbalism, but I almost never go out and gather anything. I buy, like, thousands or tens of thousands of herbs at a time. I am item level 463. I have this delightful brand new Pip's Emerald Friendship Badge. That is a champion piece that I got. It's a champion piece that I got. I don't really have very many cresties. Tempted to do normal mode for some Drake's crests. I could use those. But if I do... I mean, I guess I could. There's nothing wrong with doing normal first. Normal would be easy if I still need Drake's crest. But I did some heroic last week, which makes me feel like I want to do heroic this week also. So I thought I was going to start there, but now I'm kind of talking myself into starting out on normal. Let's get into this. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. And go have a little look-see at what we wanna do. Mostly what he would need would just be crests and flight stones. He has some flight stones, but he's got no worms crests. He's got 10 Drake's crests. It's not so pretty. Is any pieces of his gear like really direly need help? He's got like some veteran pieces. He could replace with champion pieces. There is still stuff in normal for me. Let's see what we can get into. Why not both? True, we could warm up in normal and then see how much heroic we can get through. That's a lot of rating. But you know what they say is there's no time like the present. Barnacles' New Year's mug sounds like no pants, white shirt, beer bug offhand. Shadowlands. I have gone. Oh wait, doesn't have to all be done one stream. But what if we did it all in one stream? You're right, we should start Nullifier. I'm kidding. I thought about doing more collecting, and that does sound fun, but I figure if I'm gonna do any of these raids, I should do them earlier in the week rather than later. Because I've been in the Monday night pugs, and sometimes they're spectacular, and sometimes they're spectacular for a different reason. Which of the else you take in a raid? Krabby? Krabby's still level 13. We gotta set up some time to level Krabby. How you doing? I'm doing alright. Oh, I could have used another, like, 2 hours of sleep, but that's not because I didn't sleep enough. It's just because, I feel like at this time of year, your body's just, like, batting off all kinds of things that are trying to make you sick, and sometimes I just need a lot of sleep to do it. I think. So we're looking for ADH normal. And we want fresh clears. But we want, like, fresh clears that have tanks already. We like that. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Wait, what happened? I was invited and then it was delisted? And now it's gone? What happened? Did you see the upper portal room in Stormwind? Yeah, kind of cool. Looking for some sort of world content to farm. Whatever would make you say that? I'm looking to do the raids early in the week. Here, we press the button. Just in case they really did want me and there was just a weird click. There we go. Alrighty. I can do the responsible thing and head out there. Oh, you know what I need is tepid versatilities. And you know what I'm going to do, which is really ridiculous, but I'm going to buy them despite the fact that I have like 1,000 of them on my other character. I do this. Even on stuff that I make and sell for profit, if I need some of my other characters, I will still buy them every time. So yeah, give me 20 of those. And then we're doing okay on the rest of this. Oh, I've got some, I can get rid of these things from that group that we did. Not group. We did, also this music box, no good. We did... Oh, I got a summon? Wow, thank you. Oh my goodness. I don't have any frozen focus, but we're not going to worry about it for now. Coffee. How do you like the seed trinket? I love it. This is how the bartender in... Anyway, I love it. It's awesome. I like it best on Holy Priest because in Holy Priest you can put a Guardian Spirit on it and you can make sure you've got like a pair of Serenities to slam into it. And it's better than like your Divine Hymn. It's insane. It did like 8% of my healing on Heroic Farak or something crazy like that recently. So on Holy Priest is really good. It is still quite good on Resto Druid, but it's not quite as dramatic because you're not pairing it with a healing taken increased buff like you can with Holy Priest. Let me see. You could, if you moved a talent point around to take Stonebark and you Ironbarked the Seedling, that might be a good synergy, but you would have to pick a point out of here somewhere, and I don't know how you do that. I'm trying this Golden Ramps build that I can't play again, but it's normal, so I'm kind of feeling like we're not gonna need... Well, you know, we're not overhealing. That's the one thing about what I did on Barnacles last week, is in the normal pug that I did, or maybe it was the Heroic, I don't remember which one. I think it might have been the Heroic. They had like 7 healers, which was great, but I couldn't really figure out if I was under-healing because I was under-healing or because there was no healing to be done. So this might be a more reasonable assessment. Which bartender? Oh, in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, you can change out the bartender that, like, appears when you're doing your tavern shopping. And I use Fizzy, which is, you know, one of the shop things from ages ago. But I use Fizzy. She's like a little beer elemental, sort of Storm Stout style. And she's got this aggressively cute voice that I think a lot of people hate. And I love it. And I quote her all the time, despite the fact that it's like a really weird niche thing that like most people don't even play BGs. And if they do play BGs, they probably either don't have their sound on or they have a different bartender that's not Fizzy because not very many people like her. So whenever I say, stay hydrated, be victorious, they have no idea what's wrong with me. Wolf Cloud Chaser, thank you for the 11-month resub. Hey, almost a year. Doesn't feel like that long. Holy moly, it really doesn't. Never played Hearthstone. It's a good habit to not pick up. It's one of those things. Rendell's my favorite bartender. I did not finish Secrets of Azeroth. I still need Tobias. Yeah, I got back into BGs. I wanted to figure out what the cards did before duos come out so I can play with Flabby. That was my excuse anyway. Now it's all it's all over. Brain rot, puddles, dripping out ears, etc. I have a soft spot for Venari. After I realized or found out or someone told me that the Venari voice actress also did... Oh, what's her name? Is it Farah? The Overwatch hero. Is it? No. Ana. Venari is also, I think, Ana in Overwatch. And for some reason, I guess that's relevant to me. I don't know. I got excited about that. So hang on. I'm putting down one of these and then one of these. I have really annoying WeakAura sounds. Apologies. And then some of these maybe. Make sure we have these guys up. Well, that's cool. I'm trying this rejuve build again. I'm gonna get the hang of it one day, I swear. I think it's to do with, I need to use... Well, first of all, you need to be really, really clear on where your ramps are. Secondly, you need to practice your ramps so that you're good at it. And then thirdly, you need to use your cooldowns in a way that makes them mana efficient, like early innervates and often innervates and early tree forms, and like ideally keeping track of your swiftmens so that you can time your... keeping track of your reforestation right here. Every 3 casts of Swiftmen gives you Incarn for 10 seconds. And in a perfect world, you know when that's going to happen, and you know exactly when you're triggering it, so that you can use that tree form to lay out either cheap, rejuves across the raid in your build phase of your ramp, or to layer instant cast regrowths across everybody in the payout phase of your ramp. Is at least what I was getting from the guide. But like reading things is one thing and doing things is another thing, and I am I am several steps off from reading and doing. What is Flobby's BG rating? I have no idea. I just know it's too high for me to queue with him yet because I just got back in, so my BG rating's nothing. So I play by myself. We're gonna get some more BAM today. I think BAM is specific to the... We've got the whistle. The BAM is specific to the double blooms build, so if I switch to that, then probably. Okay, here we go. Dislike ramping raid healing, like to press my CDs on CD, DPS brain. Holy Priest mana has really spoiled me for Resto Druid in that I am not used to having to be this conservative with my mana bar. Like on Holy Priest, I know what my savey spells are and I know what my spendy spells are, so I can more or less just like eyeball the boss's health bar and try to inversely match my mana bar, and it works good. But then on this, it is not as easy. It is doable, certainly, but you need to pay attention and you need to do it. You need to kind of make good decisions in advance and not after the fact, and that's it. It reminds me of Prevoker more than Holy Priest, which makes sense. It's a completely different playstyle. But I like that Barnacles is jolly, and you know nothing says he has to be the best ever. Good afternoon, Hazelnut Chat. Hope you're doing great. Why, thank you. Good afternoon. A good ramp is really satisfying. It's been a while because Holy Priest doesn't really do it to the same extent. The Holy Priest ramp, I guess they kind of do. The Holy Priest ramp is all about fishing for procs to make sure that you have procs and you also have the Holy Words off cooldown so that you can slamma-jamma them whenever you really need them. And then maybe also like a trinket or something like that. It's not really much of a ramp, but it's something, especially if you're doing it with a seedling trinket that can then kind of copy some of it. Yeah, Salva's really, really good. Unfortunately, I think the days are over where you could Salva twice in a long fight if you like really, really cranked. Harmonious Apparatus used to make it. I remember salving 2 times on Sludge Fist and Nathria, and I just felt incredible. Okay. Huh? I don't have any feasts, but I can just eat my own food. Okay. Farak's not that long of a fight, no. And I think that if you were gonna do 2, you would have to do it in, like, pull, and you just don't need that kind of healing until later. But I might be mistaken. I'm not a super boss healer. There may be people logging multiples. Surprised when it didn't become a talent. Did it not? Shows how much attention I've paid. I kind of thought it did. I don't know much. Do I have an enchant on my helmet? I do. Pug leaders. Hazel needs gold. I need gold? This is my ult. I don't hold all my gold on my ult. You take all your money out of your bank and you stick it into your pockets whenever you're walking down the street? I didn't. Well, I hope not. And if you do, then stop it. It's not a good idea. You're safe.
Beware.
Hello. How you doing? So I kinda just need to be
Beware.
There's not really gonna be wild amounts of healing for me to do here.
Beware.
You can. Whoa! Why did those people die to that screen? Why did the tank die to that screen? Hang on. I can fix this. I have a B-Riz. We're tranking. We're tranking! What's happened?
Beware.
Did people sit in the... No. I don't know.
Beware.
That's funny. I've never ever in my life seen this go that way. I guess we're wiping. Yeah, I'm also confused, but that's okay. The good news is I was doing some big healing. Well, big for that particular phase of normal gnarl root. Huh. This is normal. I don't quite know what happened. Tank issue, maybe? Were they trying to reset it? Oh, they were trying to reset it. Oh, I see. I understand. I didn't see that in chat either. There was a lot of other spam in chat, and my chat window's pretty small. Is that an Ella Bean vest? Love it. It was a Christmas present. Racy Sapphire, thank you very much for the 38-month resub. Holy smokes, that's a long time. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Let me get a fresh food buff here. Looks cozy. I really wanted a vest. I couldn't tell you why, because I have myriad sweaters and jackets. I love a good layer. And it's not like I need a lot of extra mobility for being in my home playing video games. 4, but gosh 3, darn if I didn't want it for 2, some reason. 1. Alrighty. Let's try this again.
Beware. Beware.
Well, now I feel bad. Maybe my healing looked good because I wasn't wiping and we were supposed to be wiping. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Meow. Does Flourish apply to the Trank Hawk? Because if so, huge. Huge if true.
Beware. Beware.
Yeah, healing does still look good. I think normal is going to be a little bit of a snooze, but that's okay. We're warming up. We're easing in. We're thinking about where the damage would be on this fight. Trying to make sure we're using some coolies.
Beware.
Oh no, it's dead. I was trying to ramp again. Alright, Mogrel, pass and pass. Yeah, that was alright. Barnacles is a healing machine? Of course he is. Have you seen him? Listen, a resto druid that looks like this walks into your raid. You better feel better. Need a vest? Once had one of my teens. Had a phase where I thought they weren't cool to wear. Like I cared of. I feel like it's the most, like, grandmotherly thing that I can think of. But I've increasingly been of the opinion that grandmothers and grandparents in general are onto something. Who am I to turn up my nose at a good fuzzy vest? It's also super long, so people were extolling the virtues of being able to wear it with leggings because it like covers your butt. And I like that idea, except that it's too cold to wear leggings, man. It can cover my butt in sweatpants. How was your Christmas? It was alright. I still haven't seen any family. Everybody got sick at the same time. So we're postponing until January so that people have time to kind of recover from their various illnesses. I don't think anyone has COVID, but people got colds and sniffles and stuff. So I still have like a couple shopping bags of gifts for people that are just hanging out in my kitchen. But I had a really cozy Christmas at home with partner and with puppy and kitty cat. It was nice.
Five, four, three,
like the sheriff.
2, 1.
I found out extremely recently that the mayor on Stranger Things was played by Carrie Elwes, who was the handsome man in Princess Bride. Like the lead, and also the Robin Hood in Men in Tights. This was mind-boggling to me for reasons.
Beware.
When in doubt, ramp for no damage. I managed to overspend my mana there. I can do some damage. You can totally stack these on there. On normal. You can stack them on heroic. You have to stack like 4 to start killing people if they're in full gear.
Beware.
I think I have this idea that I must only swift mend if I'm going to then wild growth in raid. And that's like a noble effort, but unless I have a flourish available too, I think I'm just sinking mana that, you know, just get a nice rejuve in, it'll be fine.
Beware.
Who was he in Princess Bride? The male lead. I can't remember his name. Wesley. He was Wesley. That's his name. I can't remember. Well, let me go. It's a great movie. You should watch it again. Yeah, I watched that Castle Christmas in a Castle Netflix Christmas movie that somebody had recommended. It was like a, you know, like a Christmas rom-com. And and I didn't realize until the credits. I was like, wait, the lead was that guy, because he's also the lead in that movie. He plays like a Scottish grumpy duke, of course. You can only fall in love with grumpy people. I have concerns about how the choices that I've made in my life here. I have a B-res and I'm getting up slim thick dead. Happy holidays. Okay, they were giving me work for my cookies.
Beware. Beware.
It's okay. When no mana left, heal with procs. This is much better practice than that Heroic I did last week. There we go. It's dead. We did it! Hope Barney Barnacles is doing well. Wait for an hour and a half in Farak Heroic earlier? Could have had it in 2 tries if I didn't vengeful retreat my blaze into the seed. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That must have looked amazing. Like, heartbreaking, but also amazing. We've never one-shot Heroic Farak on farm. It always takes like 3 pulls and we always wipe at the end. Alright, we're doing Volcaraz. So yeah, my seedling was 5.8% of my healing, which is a pretty good chunk for a trinket. Mind you, you're putting healing into it for it to come out. It's not like free healing. It's not completely mana, you know, independent, but it's something. I want to spend some, there's an upgrader over here. I want to go spend some of my cresties. I got some Drake's Crest and I want to use them. I've got this friendship badge trinket and it needs upgrades. They're very important. My kitty cat. I need a cat form. I should figure out which of the new Emerald Dream cat forms is the easiest one to farm, so that I might farm it. Because they're pretty. I like the Dream Sabers a lot. I must have Dream Saber mounts. Why haven't I ridden those yet? I wonder how far we're gonna get. This may not be the full clear. But you know, people also like post raids that are partly done, like they refill with healers later, so if I get like some amount of bosses done here, I could always maybe get into something else if it falls apart. But I like the new cat forms till I got some. They have no expressions. Key 9 Shan maybe? Don't have a spawn timer? Because his bear is so cute, and his travel form is so cute, that his cat form... I mean, I like the Coltiran cat form, but it just doesn't match his other forms right now. Scanning Dream Sabers until it transforms into the mark. Oh! That sounds easy enough. How long would you say that takes? Like a half an hour? More? Less? Hotter, colder, warmer? No more than 30 minutes. Well, maybe I'll do that today after I get out of raid. Because I just need one. I'm not too picky about the color. Although, of course, I'm going to get that one, and then I'm going to be like, well, now I want one of the rarer ones, because it'll be cool. Loving the hair. Oh, thank you. I'm getting kind of scruffy. Maybe for New Year's I'll do a recut in color. One year I might grow it back out, but I don't think this year is that year. I don't think I'm ready yet. Now this trash means business. What if you do a cool color pattern or design? That's a cool idea. You may be mildly overestimating my coordination when dyeing my own hair. What are you maining these days? I'm a Holy Priest main. Dress up stream on Sunday? Dress up stream on Sunday. Is it trial of style? Or is there some other thing? Or is it just like a fun idea? What's on Sunday? Gotta get to the Emerald Dream, check out my flower. Been over a week. Oh, New Year's Eve dressy uppy. Oh, I don't think I have the dresses that I used to wear anymore. Plus, it's like cold. I don't know. Is it Sunday? I guess it is Sunday. I didn't plan on it, but they are fun. New Year's Eve streams are fun. Did I do one last year? I don't think I did one last year. I think maybe I got dressed up, but then I didn't do like the evening. Cause you know, it's like countdown time somewhere. Always do Murloc onesie. How do you get your cat to sit still? Mine's always trying to be in my lap. I don't get my cat to do anything. She does whatever she wants. This is pure happenstance. This was all her idea. Kira is as Kira is. Alright. I'm extra reminded of the fact that I don't get her to do anything whenever she's like... She likes to crawl into bed with me to cuddle and get warm under the covers, which is very cute and I like it very much. And usually I'll be like laying in bed reading my book, and she'll get halfway under the covers, so she's right in between my face and my book. And then she likes to pause for like 10 minutes. And she hasn't decided if she's coming in, and she hasn't decided if she's going out. Sometimes she comes in, sometimes she turns around and goes back out. But she must stand there and think about it for like 10 minutes. And in that whole time, you need to basically like meditate on something because you're not reading for a while. I hope you weren't in a good part of your book. Pet the cat. Where does Moose sleep? Moose sleeps on the couch, or on his big bed. He's got a big bed in the living room. He's got a big bed kind of in the middle, actually. And then he has a lot of beds. He's got a bed in my office that's waiting for the one day when the wall comes down. But he usually sleeps the night. I make up the couch as a bed for him. There's like a fuzzy blanket that he likes that if you lay it out just right and you fold one under as a pillow, he really likes that. So I make up his bed at night and, you know, tell him I love him very much and he's a very good boy and give him his bedtime smooches. Because I'm extra. Pause? Or pause. Moose is, he was big today. This morning, I was saying hi to him, and I was like, I swear you're bigger than you were yesterday. You got big, like, overnight. What happened? Didn't I buy files? Maybe I didn't pick them up. Do I have mail? I do. Huh. Alright. How big is he? Large. He's large. His frame is stretching, is what's going on, I think. I think he's hitting a bit of a frame. I could be getting smaller. That's a possibility. You know, fate comes for us all as we age. I don't think he's 100 pounds yet, but you wouldn't know it when he jumps on you if you're laying down on the couch and he jumps up onto the couch and he doesn't see you there and he goes, ugh. All right, I'm going left. I'm in the left group.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For this first thing, just coming in like 10 seconds on soaks. So I'm gonna start ramping here right about now. Just putting out some of these.
Beware.
Some of these. And then for this, seedling. Good, good. And we're back again. Happy with that. So our next soaks are not for ages. I don't think we're gonna get them. When in tree form, put it reduce. Also, I have mana, so I should spend some. Boss is at 20%.
Beware.
Easy. Missed the air horde, man. Do you miss the BAM? Champion bands don't need. Nothing. Drake's Crest. We always take the Drake's Crest. Cat, for some reason, started to paw me whenever he wants something, even while I'm petting him to pet him harder. Aww. Take the BAM out. So the BAM, I think, is contingent on the second Life Bloom falling off in the double Blooms build, and I'm only in the single Blooms build right now. Do you prefer healing raids or Mythic Plus? I think Mythic Plus, but the raid, I'm interested to see if I can get to a point in raid where I can really crank on him when need be, like on a Smolderon or something like that. I think he has the gear for it. It's just a question. I mean, I could use some upgrades certainly, but like, it's mostly a matter of practice and getting used to the ramp timings, and I think for that I just need to run the raids a bunch. I don't know why it's important to me that I do this. I think I'm probably pretty close to being like, you know what, good enough, and then moving on to something else. Farming. The squeak is when I let my efflorescence fall off. You want to have efflo down at all times, preferably under a big chunky group of damaged people. You want to know something? Always. Depends on how you define crank. I want to do like 200k HPS. There we go. That's how I define crank. I want 200k HPS without being on some cheesy fight like in Dawn of the Infinites where they give you a crazy buff. Oh, someone's live logging. Oh. I haven't looked at any logs on him. It's not a bad idea. It's just something I haven't done. Okay. Got a 97 on the first boss, 99 item. Oh, really? Oh, I love good news. It's messed up, but the only time I really like looking at logs, there's two situations in which I will look at logs. The first one is when I know I'm really underperforming and I don't know what to do about it. Like, it's not a question of I know what to do and I need to practice it. It's a question of, like, I don't know how to fix this. Then I will look at logs and, like, analyzer and be like, okay, what do I got to change? And that's usually like a beginning of the patch thing. Or more recently, I feel like I did good and I want to see how good. It's just an ego feeder. I only want to look at logs now if I know it's a good parse. I can talk all day about the virtues of constructive log review, but all I want to see is that orange number. Easy daddy. Gotta love the heroic gnarl root, or not heroic, normal gnarl root healer parse is truly the most relevant form of healing. But I think we're getting the hang of it. We've got the basics anyway. We just need to practice. Thoughts on Prevoker this season? I haven't played it. I played Prevoker the first 2 seasons. I haven't touched it this season. I have this feeling that it's not true that a lot of the evokers are playing AUG, even though that's like a completely different ballpark. Jamie Lee, thank you for the 55-month resub. Happy Twitchiversary, Hazel. 55 months. Hope you had a great holiday. All your goals are achieved in 2024. Keep being amazing. Why, thank you. Always looking at logs that I'm playing. I love that stuff. Delicious, delicious data. Now this will be something. This fight. Water. This fight's got some healing requirements. I hate healing the trees in this fight. I want them to come up with some magical new default UI for friendly ads.
5,
I want them like to
4,
be big frames
3,
across the
2,
top of my screen or something
1.
like that. Not like teeny little ones over here. Same thing with the Farak ads. What am I doing? This isn't right. I have the life bloom. And then, make sure that's underneath there. Make sure we're healing those guys up. So brambles aren't going to be for a little bit. But this is going to be... Oh, you know what? That didn't hurt too bad. We've been taking really painful charges in my raid lately. I feel like the tanks could move a little bit more. Alright, we got a charred brambles. Make sure I've got this. There we go. Roots up. And then there's also Trents or something. I'll use my seedling on the transition, I suppose, or not the transition, the big thing that's coming. All right. Oh no, 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 no. Stop doing that. I have a bad habit of moving my life bloom off of myself. It's like kind of never the answer right now. And 42, thank you very much for the 27-month resub. Been so much fun. You're so sweet. Always have good vibes. Oh, shucks. Oh. Oh. Yeah, see those frames on the side of the screen, they like appear and disappear. And those are default. Like I haven't changed them or anything. Alright, so the roots are up. I've got 38 seconds left on my... Are the roots healable? No, not yet. I'm saving some stuff. There they are. Alright, triple. I'm healing it! I'm healing it! I'm going as fast as I can! Here we go. Lots of time, lots of time. And we were transitioning anyway. The second one's usually not needed.
Beware.
And then this phase, bizarrely enough, doesn't actually need that much healing. Don't get me wrong, still some. It's a bit of a frontal, I think. What is happening with these tanks? I'm getting them both up.
Beware.
Where are all the soaks? Please stand in the soaks! Please stand in the soaks! Oh no! Cosmo Toro, thank you for the 7-month resub.
Beware.
Frames are so much better. Another add-on to manage my UI.
Beware.
If it makes you feel any better, actually, am I using Shattered right now? I used to use Shattered Unit frames. Never mind. I actually haven't, I think I killed Shattered. I think I replaced it. Do I still have it installed? No, I think it's gone. I think I decided to use default too.
Beware.
Whip whap on a 5-stream streak. I wonder if I can do this. They have like one... They have a couple healers. They have one tank that's like nearly very dead. They have 33 mil left in the boss. They have a good amount of DPS up still. If they get more soaks, I think they're in trouble though. SUF died in Dragonflight pre-patch. Yeah, I think that's when I killed mine too.
Beware.
So no tanks. 20 mil. Soaks. It's funny that they're calling a wipe. I feel like at this point you just try.
Beware.
To see if you can polish off another... Well, it's not going very fast. 14, 13 mil. But like, don't you just give it a go, you know? 9 mil? Alright, maybe not. Beware.
Beware.
Oh, there's a 43 healer in here. I'm right on the same item level as the Disc Priest. Or a whitelist attracts to your hots in the frames. Resto Druid is the first time that I've found that default raid frames are lacking something, I think. Just in that if I have enough hots on one of these raid frames, it's just not going to show all of them. It's mostly a problem if I'm trying to keep, like, if I'm trying to track my life on myself, but I also have a lot of stuff on myself. But it's not like a big deal. Oh. That's like basically a free upgrade. And we don't have enough quests for anything else. I dare you to type soaks in your in-game chat. I'm not leading. I'm a cog in the machine. What is Life Bloom? It is this green one that I have on R. Because of my talents, when my Life Bloom is on myself, all of my other hots heal 20% faster than everybody else. So you want to keep basically 100% uptime on yourself. There's also some other synergies with it. You'll get your clear casting procs from your Life Bloom ticks, so it's got a chance to give you free regrowths, and those regrowths will give like free nourishes, like smart healing because of your tier set bonus. And then there's also verdancy, which is when your Life Bloom blooms, like when it ends, there's a heal that goes out on a couple of people that are in your efflorescence, which is your ground AoE. So you've got a couple of different synergies around it. It's really important to keep your uptime. Apparently. I do. Actually generally enjoy pugging. I enjoy them because it's kind of low stakes. Like sometimes it goes great and you're like, well, that was neat. And sometimes it's a mess and then it's like kind of fun, you know? But I think I don't really have any expectations for pugs. So they can't let me down is the key. Yeah. But it's fun to play with different groups of people because sometimes if you're only ever playing with your guild, you get used to one way of doing things, and sometimes you'll see different strategies that you're not used to. I'm getting my food buff back. Lots of people leaving, huh? I bet they're picking people back up. Ran my first normal pug. Didn't wipe at all. I think normal pugs are often pretty smooth. This one's a bit spicier than normal. Oh my gosh. Not only are people leaving, people are getting removed. And they're not happy about it. Oh dear. Applaud your restraint to find a group of 6+ raiders bunch somewhere, not immediately put down an Efflo. What, like now? It is pretty. I think it's like one of the prettiest of the ground healing circles. I like the word spicy as a descriptor. I think it's also part of my vocabulary. I think it's probably, given another 5 years, and spicy is going to be one of those, like, passe things. Like, the only thing I can think of is epic fail.
5,
which is,
4,
you know,
3,
little
2,
on the 2010 side.
1.
Why are we counting down? There's no boss there yet. Oh, I have horrible news. Oh. It's in the name.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The roots are about to go down. So you have some time on the roots as well. I don't want it. Roots are about to go down. I don't think we need it, but just in case. I do need it. And we're fit.
Beware.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Beware.
I used bark skin and bear form to make sure that Barnacles would make it.
Beware.
I love it when we have a plan. Hey, look, it's a champion seedling. I only have a veteran seedling. We have to roll. That is an Agi thing that we mongrel for. I only got a 28 on that. Good soak. Crazy how easy it is when everyone's alive. Works out sometimes. I think that raid clears are one of the best ways to get crests if you need the crests that come from that tier of raid. Doesn't really help you with aspect crests unless you're mythic raiding, but just if you're needing to get caught up on like drakes or worms crests, you can do a lot worse than a quick raid clear if you can get into one. But I was happy with that. We did 137. Diary Lad, thank you for the 7-month reset. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are things? Oh, we're heading to council next. We got... Yeah, I can get one more upgrade. That is a name. You know, it gets the people going. Still loving the story? So, I can keep cranking my seedling. Do I have any veteran tier on still? I do still have veteran tier as well. Or like this cloak, but like, we're gonna get a better cloak. We'll try to get the seedling fully upgraded. Burst endings. Yeah, we're raiding on the old man. Listen, who says he's old? What if he bleaches his beard? Meeting today. Discuss the go live for a project that's been 6 months in the work, and I realized today, in the shower, major flaw with it, and trying to find a solution to that. Well, at least it's not live yet. Yikes. Less shower thoughts, man. Like the color in your hair? Oh, thanks. When is it time for a new mug? We discussed it, but the answer apparently is not today. You know, he's holiday barnacles for at least a little while longer. He's just jamming. Nothing's gonna stop him. You know he's warm in there. He's comfy. He's cozy. His belt's keeping his pants up. Tree back in the box? No, not yet. Thought about it. I unplugged the lights because I did a bunch of resetting of... I have smart plugs, which is great because that means I can use my voice to turn my lights on and off. So that if it's dark, I don't have to like grope around for the light switch and bonk into a bunch of things, which I always do. I can just be like, yo, speaker, turn on the light, and then it'll do it. But over time, they needed an update. Basically, all of them needed to be reset, and I've been kind of putting it off as one by one they stopped working. And yesterday, I got around to it, and I removed and repaired and re-added everything, and it works good. But I decided not to do the Christmas tree lights, because we'll do those next year, you know. It's time for New Year's lights. I need some good home New Year's traditions, because Lord knows I'm not going out. I mean, I guess I could just, like, game. There's nothing wrong with that. Stay up late and game. When I was a kid, I tell this story every year because I think it's really cute. When I was a kid, I was allowed to stay up until midnight on New Year's Eve, and by kid, I mean like a young teenager, I guess. You know, bedtime was not enforced, but you had to be really quiet because everybody else was going to bed and they did not want to be woken up. So I would stay up, I would make myself a cup of black tea in the evening. And I had a little puzzle book of Sudoku and my pencil, and I would sit in the living room and I would watch the DVD player clock tick towards midnight. And then when it finally happened, I would go, Happy New Year, and then I would go to bed without waking up my parents. So I suppose I could do that, but I no longer live with my parents. You rebel. Living at large. There was something very exotic about being up after bedtime. I haven't done Sudoku in a long time. Now you can yell. I mean, I still live in, like, connected housing. It's an apartment. There's people behind the walls. I think yelling is probably frowned upon. They have children. I don't know if those kids are allowed to stay up to midnight. Nice to have a few staples. What you can do can vary from year to year. I don't really remember. I feel like mostly it's just a normal night for me. Every now and then I would do, like, a stream or... I don't know. I certainly haven't done a party since I was a teenager. Never been able to figure out Sudoku. I think I would enjoy doing them again if I did the easy ones, but once they get difficult, I stop having fun. First glass of sparkling wine, then on every New Year's Eve, staying up until 1 or 2 was completely normal. Almost certain our downstairs neighbors rearranged their entire apartment for Christmas. 2 days straight, beginning and end of month. Furniture clunking. Staying in for a gaming night. Oh, that sounds nice. I'm excited for Achievement Run. I hope that I'm around whenever we get around to doing it. I've just discovered Sergeant. I was just told last night about Sergeant Quackers, the sad duck around here. And apparently if everybody is in duck form during the fight and they all come over here and then unduck on Quackers, then he's happy. Or something. Usual roasting of garlic and stinky cheese. Ho ho. I know it's not, but my initial thought was is that to get back at the neighbors for the furniture thing? It sounds like it would smell amazing. Happy duck. Even in Germany, if you did go to bed at 10, you would get woken up when the ball drops and everybody launches their private fireworks. Yeah, people do that here to some extent, but I don't know. I sleep with earplugs. I can sleep through most things, although I can't sleep through. One of the neighbors was, I guess, doing some construction or maybe like hanging some things that they got for the holidays or something. I don't know. There was drilling and there was hammering. And it was exclusively during stream, and then later it was like quiet for hours, and then as soon as I go to take a nap, sometimes it's like that. But that's okay. Didn't last for too long. Still got a bit of a nap in. Construction neighbor error. I think they're just handy people. I think they just like doing things. On my local radio program, they were asking listeners how much they spend on fireworks, and one caller said around $4.5K. That must be very important to them. That must be a big moment in their year.
1.
Hope all is well. Hi, it's No Blues. Thanks for stopping by. Things are pretty good, can't complain. Group has many warlocks, opposite of my guild. My guild has like a warlock curse. We'll have one warlock and then they'll raid for like maybe an expansion, maybe like 2 or 3 patches, and then they'll leave. And then we'll be lockless until we can convince another one. But no one's played a lock like in back-to-back expansions. Basically ever. Oh, okay. I'm here. I'm out.
Beware. Beware.
Did I change my spec so I can poison a spell? I did. I dropped something else that I decided I didn't care about so that I could get it.
Beware. Beware.
47%? Yeah, we're doing okay. I forgot to dispel those poisons, and now it's too late. I'm also doing, I think, a patently awful job at stacking in the charge.
Beware.
It's normal, so you can literally get in all of them.
Beware.
Let's see who does it. Upstairs busted a water pipe. Oh no. I think folks underestimate what a good luck takes. Not as fun when you don't see the big numbers others do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's how I always feel whenever I try to play Warlock. I like play it for 3 days and I go, what do you mean I'm not amazing? And then I quit. Move on to something else. What could you have been doing? I mean, sometimes water pipes just burst. Sometimes if they're old, and they were made of materials that don't hold up, or there's been like weather conditions, or like there are reasons that water pipes can bust without somebody having like taken a hammer to it. But sometimes people just, you know, they take their skateboard and then they do like a backflip and then they just crash into stuff. Want to mean WoW, but other games as well. It's tough to pick one sometimes. It's tough to pick a thing. They moved something wrong. Yeah. I'm starting to think that the dream is like the townhouse setup where you still have neighbors and you're not like immune to them, but at least they're not above or below you or like to the sides. You still don't want to have people that like, you know, light 27 incenses and then pass out. But you're at least no one's directly over your head. I had broken over 10,000 water pipes in my time skateboarding. 100%. It's always the skateboards. It's because of the wheels. That's gotta be it. Things just get out of control. You seen this kitty cat? Meow. Hey. Kitty, 10 out of 10. Perfect scores. She has such teeny tiny little paws. Moose's paws are like human hands. They're enormous, and they have a really soft fuzzy spot on the underside of them, like between the paw pad and then like the ankle thing. Why is there no 10.3? I think that they're just naming them in this way to make clear that they're not making a brand new raid tier. Is my idea of why they're doing that. I think that like .x patches that are a new number, I think they want that to mean that there's like a new raid tier and like not just a season where they're kind of rehashing stuff. I think it's kind of semantics, but that's my theory. Maybe they said and I just didn't pay attention. It's been a while since I've been like watching interviews fully back to back, front to back. The photosynthesis of the mitochondria, the circular shape of the wheel. Ah, yes, the powerhouse of the wheel. Why are they not making a new raid? We cannot answer that. Ah, yeah. I'm sure they have reasons. Doesn't really matter if I agree with them or not. We all know that I'm gonna play anyways, so. I don't want to fight Nimue. didn't play Fated. So in Fated, they kind of rotate through the 3 available raid tiers 1 week at a time. And there's like a little bit of an extra affix situation that changes up the fights a little bit. But for the most part, they're just scaled up and they'll give relevant loot. So we might do Vault of the Incarnates for a week, and then next week you're in Aberrus, and then the 3rd week you're in Amir Drasil. And then there's usually some kind of a... They did Dinars in Shadowlands, which was, as you raided these Fated raids, you would get 3, basically, tokens that you could trade for a piece of specific loot, like special loot, from the raids, so that you could guarantee that you get, like, a trinket or, like, a special weapon or something like that. Because, obviously trying to farm, like, an Aberrus trinket when you can only clear Aberrus every 3rd week is not ideal. I think they're doing something like that again. Dinos were pissed. You have to. You're sub for 3 more years. What am I going to do? Go back to school? I had a weird dream in which I went back to school, and the beginning of it started the same way those dreams usually do, where I, like, can't figure out how to get to class, or, like, I can't find the thing. And in this case, it was that I couldn't figure out how to log into the online lecture, so I was going to miss everything. But then, in the dream, I managed to log into the lecture and take notes. And then I, like, created a schedule, and I was doing my homework, and I felt all good that I had it under control. And I was like, wow, I can do a 101 class. It was, like, a weirdly nice dream in which things were manageable and not the usual nightmare is that things are very much not manageable, and you're like, why am I even here? I already have a job. I thought you can't read in dreams. I don't know what anybody else dreams. Hello, Hazel and Joyers. I don't know. Last night was a strange one about a dance class and an eagle lost in a shopping, like a grocery store. I'm in my lunch break at work. I hope you have a happy lunch. Yeah, I think school dreams are pretty common with people. My 2 categories of dreams that recur the most for me are like the school dreams, which often feature some version of, I'm 33, why am I still repeating high school? I would love to graduate and move on, or just drop out and move on because I also somehow have a job and, like, don't need this anymore. Or the other category is I have purchased my childhood home
5,
and I'm moving back there as an adult. I have that one a lot in, like, and it's always different. It's never, like, exactly the same dream, but that one happens all the time. And the funny thing is, I don't think that would, like, even if I could afford it, and sometimes in the dream it's like, I spent $1 million, don't know how I got it, but I have, like, $1 million mortgage. I really hope that I can make some money so that I can keep up with my mortgage payments.
Beware. Beware.
But, like, that house is way too much house for me. I am not handy enough to live in that house. Like, when we lived in that house, it worked out because my stepdad was, like, one of those people that can just, like, build things and make things and fix things. So, like,
Beware.
you know, if the well house needed doing or needed something, it was falling apart. It wasn't up to code. So he, like, knew how to figure out what code was and, like, build a brand new one from scratch with, like, permits from the city and everything. Like, a man could rent a Bobcat when he needed to, sort of thing.
Beware.
Which is many layers of handiness that I do not possess, and I'm not really interested in acquiring at this point in my life. It's just not the right place for me. But I still dream about moving back there. Sometimes with various combinations of, like, my current neighbors or, like, my old neighbors or, like, my mom. I didn't see if I'm on the right side or not. There's at least... I am on the wrong side. There's not enough healers on the other side. Oops. I'll go right next time.
Beware.
I'm also making poor choices here because I'm talking about my dreams.
Beware. 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 Beware.
Oh, it died. That's good. I love tree druids frantically waving. I never know what they're doing. Ooh. It's like a DPS thing, but I'm rolling. I think it's an off-spec roll for me. Yeah, it's not going to do it. 1 or 2 story house? Maybe it's movies of all the nice houses I went to as a kid. Talking about Droop's never poor decision. Level requirement to get the Highland Drake thing? I don't know. It's a good question. Oh, I also completely forgot to try that this week. Ooh, so next is Smolderon. This is Smolderon, in my experience, is the pug killer. If anything's going to break down a pug, it's Smolderon. Maybe T-Swift, but you got to get through Smolderon first. Seems like you're getting comfortable with Druid. It's sort of coming together. I still don't feel like I'm really like I've got it. I feel like I've read about it and I can kind of sort of approximate it, but it's just I think it's one of those specs that really benefits from muscle memory and from a lot of muscle memory with the fight specifically. Frax legit easier than Smolderon. But it'd be cool if we can get through it. It's tricky too that Smolderon is the boss that you need to kill if you want to get like that third vault option for raid. Still don't have AOTC, but killed Smolderon. Hopefully it's this week. Heroic Farak, in my experience, is a really cool fight that takes some progression because of how punishing the Blaze and Seed combo is in Phase 3. The first 2 phases are pretty easy if you've gotten up to that point. It takes a little bit of practice for people to not fry the ads with their blazes, but doing the seeds correctly, at least in my experience, is a project that takes some practice. Kill 1 to 6, then find a Farak pug. Someone joined the raid and said, well, I found where all the warlocks are living. This is why nobody has warlocks. They're all here. Yeah, Smolderon has a bad tendency to smoke people so that you're almost always trying to finish the fight without your full group, and you really kind of need a lot of people. Details is telling me I'm doing 1.58 million HPS. Change nothing. Bask in glory. You're perfect. Do you think he's got like pull-up bars around here? At least there's no waves to dodge after the phase 1 circle. Alright. Kitty, you cannot be on my desk on Smolderon. You just can't. I'm sorry. Finally, Winter's Grasp. Nice. Congratulations. She likes hanging out at my desk, but these people need me. Although we do have more healers now. There are... Oh, Beechwood's an amazing name for a Resto Druid. Elder Beechwood. This is incredible. Is there a good Mog? Oh, yeah. Looks like a DPS off-specking to heal, though, based on the trinkets. Oh, no! What is that? It's from Blackrock Hold. Huh. Never mind. Yeah, it's tier. They've enchanted their chest. That's a good start. Almost
5,
as good as Birch.
4,
Rip
3,
Birch.
2, 1.
Beware.
Was I not in that? I meant to be. Maybe I didn't get close enough in. I think I'm in trouble. I think I'm not going to get my my buff.
Beware.
I'll have to do it next time.
Beware.
I'm not doing my finest work right now.
Beware.
Alright, intermission time. I'm gonna not do that thing that I sometimes do where I get kicked. This week I actually died in our heroic Smolderon because I got kicked back into the lava and I died before I can get out of it. I just didn't make it far enough up.
Beware. 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 Beware.
There's not a great time to trank because you can't move and trank anymore. And there's not an awful lot of standing and healing in this fight anymore either.
Beware. Beware.
Maybe after the geysers. Yeah. Yeah, it's dead. Trank in the last global. Can't go wrong. Hey, we killed him. That would be a champion shoulder. I have hero shoulders, so actually, like, I'll Mog roll on it, but we don't need that. I have a veteran cloak, so we can definitely roll for that. But we rolled a 2. That's not gonna do it. Not quite. But we did 153k. In second place. We're happy with that. Not perfect, but not awful. And that's more than we killed last week. I'm pretty sure we didn't get through Smolderon. Oh, no, that's not true. We got through Heroic Farak last week, and we pugged all the way through Normal. We had a really good Normal clear, that's right. It was Heroic that we fell apart in Smolderon. Can we afford any more upgrades? Yeah. Let's just cap the ceiling. Just do it. We need Worm's Crest for that. This is normal for now. I might look for a heroic after this one. I did loot it, I swear. Or at least I meant to. Well, Barney Close is 464. But he's still upgrading some veteran pieces so he can use all these Drake's Crests. And Flight Stones. Can't argue with the Flight Stones. Need him for stuff. I haven't done any weeklies. I wonder, that's probably not a bad idea just for the Flight Stones of it if I was going to keep gearing these characters. I know I'm like really close to feeling like I've done enough and then just like either moving on to a different alt or I don't know, just like putting it down to start collecting. Saw someone in my raid get the axe last night on a heroic reclear. Oh, nice. We didn't have any drop last night and people were disappointed. I think there was a lot of hope because we got one last week, so you know, it feels possible. We've seen it. Normal's not terribly different from LFR. But you need to get into a group for it that's not automatic. Not too tricky. 2 axes dropped in my heroic pug on Tuesday. Did not get one. T-Swip should be fun. Not even sure I want the X. I specifically don't want to get it on any characters. My DK is not going near Farak. Or anything, really. She's kind of retired. But it just seems like a lot of expense and effort to put something together that just isn't that important to me. I'm kind of glad that I don't play class with the legendary this particular patch. But the Mog! True. It is a cool Mog. Okay. It's a lot of gold for one Mog. I don't know. That's a 480 Ardrid. What are they wearing? Oh, they're gone. Oh no! This might be trickier.
Five, 4.
Oh yeah, Madrid.
Beware. Beware.
As people get out, dispel them. Kind of nice only having one dispel. On Priest, you can kind of carry that with Mass Dispel, but it means that you need to be paying like really good attention.
Beware.
I think this is going to be a tricky boss on this with this group. Not impossible, but not easy. Especially if we have a boss.
Beware.
Res on the next platform, probably. Gold is temporary. Transmog is forever. Brilliant, Hazelstream. That's true. I want to farm transmog, but I want to do it in the War Within. I mean, there's certainly transmog I could farm, like from the Emerald Dream and stuff. Oh. There we go. Sometimes I overspend my vigor and I don't get close enough to one of the thingies to get it all back. Oh, B-res is on cooldown. Uh-oh. For another minute and 47. So it's a matter of trying to take the mushrooms, I think. Give an iron bark for the first ones, I suppose.
Beware. Beware. Beware.
Bit of a wonky cooldown usage between the last phase, but we got B-res back in 20 seconds. Time for Barnacles to become the bear he was always meant to be. Bearnicles. What do you mean? You don't think he's believable as a tree? There are some stout, sturdy trees out there. Like this one. Get him back up. He's back. Rebuff. This fight's also a bit of a wonky one for mana because you like regen mana while you're in between the phases, so you actually have more than you think.
Beware.
I should have believed this is going perfectly fine.
Beware. Beware. Beware.
Nice. We did it! Yeah, it's a weak aura that's making the whistle sound. Champion great stuff. Roll. Oh, we rolled an 88. That's a possibility. It's not a guarantee, but it's a possibility. Oh, someone rolled an 87. I'm just waiting to get my heart broken. I'm waiting. We're gonna try Farak, I think. I want that deck so bad. Nice looking staff also, yeah. I have the Mog already from my main, I guess. Oh, we got it. Cool. So right now it's the same item level, but it's upgradable because I had mine fully cranked. I had a Veteran 8 of 8. Nice, it's got good stats on it for me too, I think. Yeah, I think Farak normal will be okay if people generally understand it. It's kind of an annoying fight to heal. I'm still figuring out how you're supposed to heal it as a Resto Druid. But we'll figure it out. We'll be alright. Do you need that stuff? Yeah, that's why I rolled on it. Yep. I have a veteran one. I want it. It's for me. Healing the friendly is the most annoying part. Yeah. Okay, congrats. Oh, thanks. Weakores for that? Not that I've found, but I haven't looked too hard. I just kind of half-heartedly ask other healers whenever I get an opportunity to. But for the most part, I think most of us just suffer. I just, like, run up on it. And, get close enough to them that I can target them by, like, clicking on their bodies. Yeah, you need lots of dispels too. You need good dispels. It helps if you have extra priest to kind of like cover some ground with some mass dispels, but 6 staff wood. Thank you. How important is healing the ads? More important on higher difficulties, but if you don't do it, or if too many of them get fried by mechanics, then you wipe. Like if the seed dies, then you wipe. You don't have to full heal all of them on normal, but you do need to do your best. Most ever heals. Easier said than done when there's 5 mobs that are all very closely stacked with overlapping nameplates that are moving. It's a good idea, and I do use mouse over. How do you get Renascent Dream? No idea. I don't even know what that is. Not something I have. Part of the reason why the LFR is wiping. Yeah. A few different things that can go wrong. I think we're gonna get through this, though. Had an LFR where they weren't dispelling. Yeah. Yeah, dispels are really important. We got lots of healers in this group, so as long as we're doing it, we should be okay. The trick is to compete on the dispel meters. You can see in details how many dispels people had, so a fun game to play when you're healing is to try to win. I'm invested in this adventure. I want to upgrade the staff. I need Worm's Crest for that. Which means that we need to do either 11 keys or Heroic Raid. Because you know what's better than 1 Amir Drasil is 2 Amir Drasils. Lots of locks of dragons, yeah. I believe in us. Keep forgetting I have a Resto Druid Tauren in Fur. Should play her more. Oh, it's an incredible day. Amir Drasil. Another Amir Drasil. You're bundled up. I'm toasty. Plus, I have a secret fish. I'd say I bet you didn't see that coming, but you might have seen that coming. It's always good to have something in your up your sleeve, you know? Surprise fish. I want to play, I want to play, I want to play. Someone in the raid said, I've never watched a single WoW vid that's not from Talia Nevatel. True. This is normal. Remember the tanking raid days you did Night Loath? Oh, yeah. I demonstrably have sleeves. What do you mean? Barnacles has sleeves? I have sleeves? What did I tank? I was a bear tank. I played a bear. In Lotha. That's when I discovered that tanking is fine. Raid leading is not my bag. We did fine. It didn't go poorly or anything. Like, we cleared the tier. It went well. I just found it to be very overwhelming and not my cup of tea. You are wearing a vest. Vests don't have sleeves. But I have sleeves underneath the vest. Come on! Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. You're fired.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Big great size.
Beware. Run away, little girl. Run
Interesting.
away.
I think we are having some troubles with people doing enough dispels. This is also a strange... Save them! Strange positioning. Alright, I believe in us somewhat less now.
Beware.
I'm not doing perfect dispels, but I think we need a few more. I think we're wiping. Yeah, we're wiping. Alright. How'd we do?
Run away, little girl.
This is where you learn. Miscellaneous dispels. I did 8, someone did 10, and then we've got a 4, 3, and a 2, so that's part of the trouble. The real thing is I need to get up to 10. I missed a few. Nice thing is there's no run back. One healer died like immediately. Sure, there's a pun somewhere about investing in sleeves. Someone in chat, please don't make me go play Overwatch. Healer's friends. Please dispel with me. I think the tank might have been removed. I think this raid leader is being very ruthless about cutting people and then replacing them if they're not accepting change. This is why I can't be a raid leader. I don't have that kind of I don't have that kind of I don't got whatever that is. Sometimes it's necessary. And I don't got it. Maybe that is exactly why you could be a raid leader. Yeah, but then I would never remove anybody or give anybody any constructive criticism, and then we would get stalled on progression, and then everybody would fall apart as the people that were overperforming and trying to carry got tired of having to do that, and then drifted away disconsolately. Is that a word? No. Maybe. It would be... It wouldn't go very well. Sometimes in leadership you have to have hard conversations, and that's not a skill set that I have. Blue orb circling around the hunter? Must be a toy, right? Let me see. Is there a buff or something? Can't even target them. The Silent Star. Maybe it's a trinket. Can try to be constructive, direct, be very apologetic about it. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, it's just not a skill set that everybody learns when they're growing up. How to have, like, not conflict, but like...
Beware.
Healthy confrontation and or dispensing of criticism without, you know, like, losing morale. It's like a tough thing. Especially if you have people like me that are very, very sensitive to criticism, even when it's worded very kindly and is necessary. I'm one of those people that fears that so much that I'll work like extra. I'll work extra just to try to be so good that no one would need to give me any feedback, because it's difficult for me to hear for whatever reason. A little sensitive sometimes. Ooh, alright, more dispels, more dispels. 4 seconds on it. I can do better on that.
Beware. Beware.
I might sneeze. Pardon me. Oh, that seed was very, very close. Yeah. Am I getting smoked? 3 seconds in this place. I think they're going to start replacing healers next. I'm certainly not using my cooldowns perfectly. I am actually
Run away, little girl. Run away.
spending my mana though. Oh, I don't even have that up yet. And Spirits of the Calderay.
Beware. Beware.
Oh,
Run away, little
that's just a big
girl.
waste of mana.
Run away.
I have like no juice in the tank because I've really mismanaged it.
Beware.
And I'm not about to start doing any better.
Beware.
Heal with procs. Oh man. Those ads.
Run away, little
This
girl.
is a trouble. This is not going well. At this point, we're basically just trying to perform well enough to look good enough on the meters and the dispel meters to not get removed before the next time. Yep, there we go. I wonder if they're trimming based on meters or on mechanics. Because if you look at the dispels, there's a couple good mass dispels there that helps. The dispels were better. We had 16, 15, and then 9. I wonder if they're gonna... Okay. I need to manage my mana a little bit better. Which I think means less rejuve blanketing outside of Innervate or Tree Form. Yeah, they're removing people. Or they did anyway. Maybe they're like figuring out who they're gonna do. Not yet. I guess the logic is that lots of people want Ferrat kills, so they can refill and get people in pretty easily. Have you tried healing more while using less mana? Feels like a competition TV show I'm invested now. It's brutal when they actually cut people. makes me nervous, but I would like to kill it, so. Oh, I need a new file. Maybe a new Howling Rune. See how everyone handles the seeds. I think it's expected that people would, they were assigning them. And I think it's expected that you know what to do with them. I'm certainly not volunteering for an assignment. I'm busy. I never do seeds. I'm lazy that way. What a cliffhanger for the next episode. And so long since I joined stream, love this hairstyle, Annie. Oh, why, thank you. I am scruffy. Will we kill it? What's gonna drop? Will I win a curio to replace any veteran tier pieces? Actually, I only have one veteran tier piece. Can't really complain. I've got mostly champion tier. It's just the gloves. It's not that I want them to remove anybody in particular, but I'm interested in why they have kept the Prevoker. 9 dispels is perfectly fine, actually. Maybe they're looking at something other than something else. Holy organized empty bags. You like? I like trying to just delete things when I don't need them. Salt deposit. Get out of here. Can you show DPS? For a normal, looks okay. We also were, like, we've been wiping. And then a few of these people have been, although, I imagine it would really suck to die early and then look really bad in the meters because you died early. And then to, get removed because of meter performance, especially if your death wasn't your fault. You got a soul stone. I did get a soul stone. I mean, we don't really need it for the run back, but what if I die? Bin chicken, what a name. Don't have 200 locks anymore. At least 1 or 2 of them switch to a different character. People getting on mains or something. A monk unheard of. I heard Mistweavers were really good this season. I just never see them. Seen at least one here and there. That's true, actually. That's one thing I've never actually done on a priest, is I never grip the ads to get more time to heal them.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. Beware.
So usually after the stream rend is where I like to use my first seedling. So I'll set it up now.
Beware. Run away, little girl.
Yeah, this healing's much stronger.
Beware. Beware. Run away, little girl. Run away. Beware. Beware.
So yeah, Heart of Mirror still's doing okay. My mana, same cannot be said.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
I don't think we really need to worry too much about that ads. I think they'll be alright. This is where I would use a potion of Frozen Focus. If I had one!
Beware. Beware. beware.
And it's dead! I have been innervating myself. You totally can. You want to do it as many times in a fight as possible. We did it! Oh, I did all right in meters too. I'll take that. What is that? That is a one-hander. Mongrel that. Agi. Mongrel that. PS. Tank trinket. Really good tank trinket. Pass. Roll for curio. Pass, pass. Pass. Roll for curio. Not so much. 51's not gonna cut it. I'm happy with that weapon that I got though. I think that was great. Nice! That only took us, holy moly, it's 11:20. Alright, the last bit took us a while. We're 2 hours and 17 minutes in. I guess that's not awful for a normal glare. Especially one that got a little hairy here and there. Thanks, guys. We stayed start to finish. Alright, I'm getting them out of here. And I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna come back and find something to do for a little bit. Blood DK doing? Blood DK's retired. Blood DK cleared the raid once. Got like 1k Mythic Plus rating maybe, and then said, I'm going to the beach. Thought you can innervate yourself? Oh, you can totally innervate yourself. I exclusively innervate myself. Infuse a friendly healer, such as me. Anyways, I'll be right back. That's a big puppy out there. Alright. I am so not doing heroic this morning. One raid's enough. But he has... Oh, he's got even more Drake's Crest. Let's go slam those upgrades and then see what we're looking at for crests and upgrades. Because Barnaclus's gear is coming along. And more gear can only be a good thing here. I think... So what veteran pieces do I still have? Those gloves, 3 upgrades worth on the gloves, 2 on a cloak, and then 4 in a ring. I think I'm going to focus on the gloves because those are the hardest piece to replace. Because I might get like a ring or a, you know, like a cloak out of a key, but I'm not going to get tier gloves. So let's get some item levels on that. And then I largely need Worm's Crest, because I've got a lot of kind of half upgraded champion gear here. Or not upgraded champion gear, which I guess could also use Drake's Crest. And I have this this Kindler's Great Staff that needs champion crest also. I'm going to get an enchant for that. It's going to cost me all my earthly gold, but I'm going to get a Sophic Devotion for that. And then switch that out so that I can... Because the champion 1 of 8 is the same as the veteran 8. Or champion 4 of 8 is equal to the veteran 8 of 8. And then maybe see if Barnacles wants to heal, like, a key of some description. Sophic Devotion. But, like, just 7k. 7,000 gold. Oh, my pearls. My stars. Goodness. Got the Winter Veil armor on a level 70, so still no answer to the question. Geared and fast tips for newly level 70 alts. Yeah! Emerald Dream. Emerald Dream Weeklies, Emerald Dream World Boss, Emerald Dream Campaign, and then upgrading that stuff. It gets you off to the races anyways. It gets you up to 424 where you can kind of start getting into LFR and lower keys. And then I've been doing Raiden keys after that. So is that one? Am I wearing my new one? I'm gonna be. Huh. Wow, it looks like a real weapon. I want to try for the Winter Veil armor. I haven't tried that yet today. Should we try a Barnacles? Nah, we'll take my Horde Priest because she has an easier time getting there. It's a twirling fork. It's a heated twirling fork. Imagine having cutlery that reheats your food for you. Undead Priest looks awesome. I'm happy to have some excuse to do some stuff on her, even if it's a bit silly. Gave up doing it, too much of a pain to get to. My concession is once per day when I remember, and if I reserve no rights to be disappointed if I don't get it, because I know I'm not trying very much. But you know, I'll swing it once. Horde seems to have a much easier time, so I may as well use a Horde character for it. I had fun raid healing on Barnacles. It's feeling better. It's definitely feeling better. I think key healing's where it's at though. 11s to 15s are gonna have those worm crests that he needs. And because he doesn't really need aspect crest just yet. Great group to practice. I think so too, actually. Yeah, there was a lot of it was normal, so there weren't heroic mechanics to be balancing, but we certainly needed enough healing for there to be some room for me to work. I liked that. It was a really good group. How do you get the minion to Grumpus mount? Something to do with the WAD, like a WAD rank 3 garrison and holiday decorations. I must have a video from aeons ago, but I've forgotten the contents of it. It's a Draenor boss, though. It's like a boss you kill in Draenor. I don't think you have to have the garrison. I think you could join a group as somebody else's. If they had it and they like listed a group for it. Did she forget to get the daily quest? No, it's right here. She's garrison yet. This way. Maybe this fish doesn't match my priest's Mog very well, but I love the fishy. Dude, need the rank 3 garrison to do the dailies to get them out. Oh. Snowman nearby the Grinch gives the quest. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we found him recently, and then I thought, what's this for? He's cute. Oh, I might be coming down with something after all. I got a really sore throat. Aww. Lots of tea today. I don't want to be sick. I don't accept it. Oh, nice. Looks like he just spawned. Tea, fresh ginger, garlic. Garlic? You had me with the ginger, you lost me with the garlic. I love garlic, but in tea? Garlic garlic is great for the immune system. Maybe I'll have some garlic toast. Garlic bread. Not really tea. I would need to wear like my witch's cape for that and pretend I've made a brew in a cauldron somehow. Do I not have- did I vendor my cloak? I vendored my cloak, didn't I? I bought a teleport cloak on her just to be able to come back to Orgrimmar really quickly after this. The more the better, you'll smell great! Honestly, eating a whole clove raw. Hmm. Oh, I see. Maybe today's a good day to get cozy at my desk with like a big pot of like ginseng ginger honey tea. And what? And Hearthstone Battlegrounds? And Hunter Keys? Maybe something easier than that. Disney movies. Alright. Any luck? Any good? Da -da 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 -da. Nope. Mostly just fills my bags with a bunch of garbage. One of the reasons I like doing it on this character, and mind you, I'm like cleaning up my bags as I do it, but I'm not getting paper Zeppelin kits in my mains bags. Have you tried APM Pirates? No. I haven't managed to get Pirates to work. I mostly end up just playing Undead with Grave Gobblers. That's like how I win all of my low MMR games. Is I just get a Grave Gobbler and I feed him and then he wins for me. I have a feeling it's gonna stop working at some point, but for right now, can't argue with it. Yeah, I fell off the wagon. I'm absolving myself from responsibility. I was pushed. It was a frame job. It was a setup. I got peer pressured. Didn't take much. 4th in DPS while carrying a seat. Nice. Hungry. Lunch later. Key now. What kind of key? Pre-made groups, dungeons, find the group. 11s to 15s. 11s to 15s. I finally I refreshed my Raider IO to link my mains to my alts. So I should have an easier time getting into groups. That's a Throne 15 with kind of spooky rating, but you know, we'll try it. They needed a healer. Oh, and then, yeah, I forgot about the cat thing. I think we're giving up on that for today. Let me get into a key spec. What is the Priest Mog? I love the spikes. Undead Heritage on that one. Portal to Throne of Tides. Yeah. Oh, summon, thanks. So I have double bloom, so this might have some BAM going on. Nature's Vigil. I'm dropping Vigil for 1 charge of Frenzied Regen. I never press Vigil. I'm a bad key healer. I don't care. I need safety. You know what makes me a worse key healer is being dead. Oh yeah, I was expecting to hibernate. You're right, I don't need that anymore. Let's drop that and get another charge of Well-Honed Instincts. Shorter cooldown. I had hibernate for I had to hibernate for Incorporeal last week. I'm still not taking Vigil back. Alright, 1 buff. File. Howling Rune. Eggies. Poison Cleanse Totem every other one. Decrease half the rest. Oh, nice. macro into a couple of your abilities. Yeah, if I ever try and actually push keys, I'll probably spec back into it. But for right now, Barnacles is a safety first kind of boy. I love not needing to worry about DPS. Like, I don't care who to power infuse because I don't have power infusion. All I gotta do is keep these people up and over the best. So it is going to be Afflicted and Raging. Do I have Soothe? I do have Soothe. Good to know. Good to know. You mean you don't PI yourself? It automatically casts on you when you PI somebody else.
4,
So you get to spread the joy.
1.
Otherwise, yes, I would PI myself. You gotta look up for number 1. It used to be it was a legendary in Shadowlands. Bam. Okay. It was a Shadowlands legendary. And now it's a talent that I think you pretty much always take as a priest. Bam! Bam! Yes, yes, yes. My records are going to be really annoying for this. So many sounds, what is happening? The dong is the afflicted. Bam is that I left my life bloom fall. The trigger sound is that I'm ready to cast another adaptive swarm. Bam! So I got one. Can I get 2 or am I stuck with just the 1? I think I'm stuck with just the 1. Oh no, I can do another one if I do it really fast. It comes up before they finish their cast. Oh, yeah. Bam! As I get better at this, I might remember to press. Keep my life blooms up so that the BAM doesn't happen. What percentage is your mastery at? It's a great question. 14.38. What is that, a G? Dun. Bam. Yeah, I feel like a paladin. The other two are kind of out of luck. I don't think hunters and warriors can do anything about it. If they can, it's news to me. But the paladin might be able to throw like an off dispel to help with the double afflicted. Because without that, I'm gonna have to just do it very early. Bam! And then again, basically ASAP. 3. Alright, there we go. So it is, they do have it, that's good. But yeah, sometimes in Pugs, taking care of those mechanics can be a little bit dicey. Sometimes everybody gets it, and sometimes you're like, oh, nobody remembered to change their spec, and or just doesn't. People just don't got it. You can do both with your regular Dispel, but holy moly, it is tight. Bam. And you know, you gotta pray that you don't actually need your Dispel for anything. Oh yeah, I always forget you can heal them. I always forget you can heal them. That's right, you can just heal it. Alright, we'll try that. So I'm gonna Dispel this one in the back, and then I'm gonna heal the other Afflicted. How much does it take? Okay. Not a crazy amount, but they did get the Dispel that time. That's funny. I think usually healing them is not the right move because it's way more time and mana intensive than just dispelling them, but it does let you solo the mechanic as a healer if you need to. Yeah, no, healing's not ideal. It's just kind of an emergency thing. I'll try and get the afflicted that's farthest away from melee so they have a chance of seeing it. They do have it, and they have mentioned in chat they're trying to get it. They're having trouble with their UI, I think, or something. Oh, I just dispelled myself. What if I need that? What about the afflicteds? Alright, we got it back. Yeah, that's much better. Mistweaver doesn't have a dispel for afflicted? I thought the regular dispel works. Did they not? Does it not also count as a magic? Or does there have to be like a poison curse disease component to it? Because I think they can. I feel like they can do it, but I haven't played one, so I don't know. I kind of like Afflicted, though. I feel like I'm the only person, but Afflicted and Incorp both feel very fun to me because they're easy, they're like instant fixes if you have the tools for them. And it makes me feel like I'm using my toolkit, you know? I feel like I have agency over the mechanic. I feel like there's something productive I can do about it. It actually impacts my decision making without ruining my life. And whenever I do deal with it like really quickly... Wow, that hurt. That was like 250k healing. Barnacles milestone achieved. I'm just gonna sit with this lightning surge. I'm not dispelling it. You can't make me. How long does it take to get less stressed out playing healers? Started to rest a shot. Me plugging's pretty rough. I think it's just an exposure thing. It might be different for different people. I think it took me like an expansion, like playing for a whole expansion to like chill out. I think that in the beginning of Wrath, when I started playing, I was extremely stressed about it. And by late Cataclysm, I was no longer concerned. Not that I was good yet, but I had enough experience on it to be unworried about it. I don't have it. There we go. Now I have it. Bless. Bam. Thank God. But some people are prone to higher or lower levels of anxiety than other people. Or some people are prone to lots of anxiety, but then they like learn really useful strategies to diffuse it, and then they're like unstoppable. When I grow up, I want to be one of those people. Bam! Yes, 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 yes. This is also great healing practice. Bam! Oh, I didn't get the one in the back. That was a mistake. But they got it. Good, good. Oops. But mouse over is, in my opinion, really important for comfortably dealing with afflicteds and incorporeals. I can't imagine trying to target them and then do it. That seems stressful. Especially when you don't want to like drop the target of the thing that you're doing while you're waiting for it to spawn. So being able to just kind of like scope out where it is. Don't take that yet. Don't take it yet. Nice. And then just kind of like, you know, drop a dispel on it with a mouse over. Super, super, super nice. Or a CC or whatever it is. We did it! I don't use an add-on for mouse over. I just have global mouse over turned on. It works for healing and for enemies. Partner to Dismay doesn't like mouse over? Well, that's okay. Not everyone has to. You gotta do whatever works for you. That was a super quick get. There's another one back there. I got it. Haley, I'm calling the dispoliced. Yeah, it is fine. I've told the story before, but I used to play with somebody, I used to PvP with somebody that liked to PvP sitting in their big old easy chair on a laptop with a trackpad, and they were a clicker. Somehow. Oh, I made choices. I'll never understand how they made it work, but they made it work. They weren't like a gladiator, but they were having a fun time, and that's kind of the only goal of gaming. So if it's working for you, and you're having a nice time, and you're achieving the goals you set out to achieve, then by all means, live your life. Describe Big Red Kitty. You'd have a big ol' easy chair and a beer, and he played a BM hunter, and he had an accent, and he was living. Woohoo! I wonder why. Raging, maybe? It's just like Big Red Kitty. This was in Cataclysm. Never being a clicker.
Bam!
Never will be a clicker. No. I have been a clicker. I started out clicking. It took me a while to change. I just fundamentally didn't understand when I first switched from clicking to keybinding where the keybinds came from. So when I first keybound, I had like a secondhand gaming keyboard that had macro keys on the side of it. It had little 2x3 grids of macro keys, and I would keybind all my abilities to those because I just didn't understand how you were supposed to find enough buttons that your hands could reach. Otherwise, I just did not get it. I don't think I knew about mouse or macros, like modifier macros. I don't think I knew about modifiers, and I don't think And I didn't have an MMO mouse. And I think if anybody had told me about modifiers, it would have been like, no, that's too complicated for me. I can't remember that. So and then later I got the gamepad, like the G13 for the same reason. I was like, I'll keybind, but I need buttons for it. Like, I need other buttons. The keyboard does not have enough buttons on its own, and I believed that firmly for a long time. The only way I was ever able to make it back to playing on just a keyboard without like a special keyboard or the button grid was with a MMO mouse and a lot of modifiers. 36 of my keybinds are just my mouse with different modifiers. I only use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I use 9 buttons on my keyboard. And then a couple of modifiers there. So I've got like a Shift F, a Shift G. And none of those buttons are my numbers, by the way, because that always felt too far, too stretched for me, despite my large hands. I think I also streamlined my movement after a while, and changed it so that WASD was strafe and forward and not keyboard turn, because keyboard turning is not for anything. Keybind stuff I don't use all the time. I like to put the things that I mash in a rotational way on like my really good buttons. So like Rejuve is on E, which is like a super easy button for me. It's one of those things that you press all the time. But then stuff that I'm using maybe once a minute or once every couple of minutes, those can be mouse buttons or even mouse modifiers. I don't put like rotational abilities in my mouse. I have stuff like my dash and my buff and, you know, things that you want to be able to press, but you don't need to be able to press it with like the most ergonomic finger that you have on your hand. I'll get this one back.
Bam!
Oh yeah, I need to just let people eat these dots so that I have thingy back. Plus I can heal through that, that's fine. I'm starting to press Flourish even when I haven't like perfectly set it up because it's a 1 minute cooldown and you just gotta send it sometimes. Don't use any weakers? I use all kinds of weakers. They're screaming at me. They're going dung and woo and bam and stuff. I'm arguably using too many weakers. Struggle with this boss and Afflicted. There's so much to dispel. Yeah, on the lower key level, it seems like you can, especially on Fortified, it seems like I can get away with just kind of letting people cook, but that would definitely be a struggle on a higher key. I think 15 is probably as high as he needs to do this week unless he plays with friends. I've kind of, now that I've done all my 20s, I've kind of lost my motivation to do higher keys. I might do like one of them in a week to get like one good vault option, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I did what I set out to do. Holy! Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Bam!
I just start healing them because I don't believe. I have no faith. That is a lot to heal through on this key level. And we're not doing nothing either. But I could probably set that up a little better. Spots drag when people don't focus the elites. It's just hard trash. This is one of the harder trash pulls in Mythic, or trash hallways in Mythic Plus on a Fortified Week in my opinion. I think that one person just got blasted. Oh dear. Alright, I'm gonna use Tree Form for this next trash pack. In Tree Form, I'm gonna do things like regrowth. I'm gonna just start pre-hotting. I redo for everybody. Regrowth in the appropriate places. Maybe a nice little send word on me. And then like a wild growth, tree form, flourish. That's better. I think I just needed to be prepared for it and set up for it. Also, there's like less little ads, so not as crazy. That's not a horn, that's a microwave. You know what I never use is Haymaker. It's a 2.5 minute cooldown. I could be kicking an ad. I could be punching it. I could be knocking it back. People would love that, right? Oh gosh, oh gosh. Perfect. Where's the afflicted? There it is.
Bam!
The afflictions are so small when you're this tall. Nice. We +2 to 113 rating for me. Happy with that. And you got some crests, I'm sure. Yeah. Mail belt and some plate shoulders. Lots of plate stones. 12 worms crests. Nice. Thank you guys. I definitely needed that for score. GG. Hi Hazel. Love your guides. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, this was a Cataclysm dungeon. They scaled it up and brought it back for the Mythic Plus season. Decided to play KSM. This dungeon was the worst. Yeah, it's definitely one of the trickier ones. I don't mind it, but the highest thing I ever did was a 20, and I did it with people that were very good. Cool. Well, I think that will quite do for today. I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday morning stream, unless I somehow get a bigger sore throat, in which case I'll be like, can't get, you know. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.